Hello everyone, welcome back to Kid for Life. My name is Akhil Aditya. So in the previous tutorial, we have learned about sprites and X and Y values. In this tutorial, we're going to be learning about costumes. What are costumes? Costumes are like your clothes. Some days you want to wear a suit, but other days you want to wear a t-shirt. So ready to draw costumes? Let's get started. So back in Scratch and let's create a new project. It's loading. So now we're in Scratch. As you can see right here, we got a default cat, but this cat's gonna give it a new look. We can do that by going to costumes. And right here, you see the many tools. I'll show you each and every tool. Let's first rename the project tutorial 3. And then if you can see right here, you can rename costumes just like the, the project. Let's name this first costume. If you click the one bottom, you can see that there are two costumes right here. Oops. Right below the name, you see some numbers. Currently, it's 96 times 101. That is the number of pixels. By default, the costumes are named Costume 1, Costume 2, etc. etc. Let's name this one second costume. So now let's look into the tools. First, we have the Select tool. With the Select tool, you can click on something and select it. You can drag it with your mouse, or you can drag whatever you're selecting with your mouse, or you can use your arrow keys to adjust positions. Then we have undo and redo. Right here you saw I moved the cat's head. But let's say we want it back to the original position. We can click undo right here. But let's say we want it back to our position. We can just click redo. There you go. We can also change the color of an object using the fill tool. As you can see, now you got a little teal tail. Let's undo because we don't want a teal tail. We have multiple options for fill. We have go from one color to another color. Right here it's orange to pink. As you can see, if I click out, you can see that the color shades from orange to a pink color. Let's change. We can click on the color that we want to change and change it to whatever color we want. I want dark red. So we have three options right here. We have color, which is the most basic. Then we have saturation. Saturation goes from white to the base color. Then we have brightness. Brightness goes from black to the base color. Let's modify the saturation to 57% and the darkness or brightness to 54%. Oops, we should select this. Then we have to do that. Do the same thing all over again. Now you can see right there. Let's say you want to choose a color from another place but don't know its exact. Click the eyedropper right here and have your mouse over what colors you want. Then click on it. It will automatically become the color, as you can see right here. We have the Reshape tool, which will help you reshape. When you click on the cat sprite, you can see many bubbles when you're clicking with the Reshape tool. Drag one of the bubbles and you can see that adjusts the shape of the cat. You can also change the fill and the outline. Outline is basically how a border. You can get a black outline, and this is the thickness you want. Let's say we want a really thick black outline. As you can see, we got a really thick black outline. A really thin one. Here we go. But when you go to 0, that means there is none. Same with the fill. You see this little cross? When you click that, that means no fill. We got an invisible cat. Let's undo all that because we don't want odd cats. Another way to do undo is by using Control Z. Then we can use a fill tool. The fill tool is just like the select tool, except you can fill multiple things at once. Let's use the eyedropper and pick this orange color and fill in everything back to normal. Let's choose white on the fill tool. As you can see, a little cat's back to normal. Then with the select tool, we have more options. We have the ungroup and group. When you use ungroup, gets everything moves on its own. But when you do when you drag, you can select multiple things at once. When you do that and group it, you can see right here the whole head moves. Also, when you're dragging, you'll see a little cross in the middle. Align the blue cross with the cross in the center of the screen, and the blue cross will automatically align with the center cross. Let's move the cat's head back. Next, you have the brush tool. Like everything else, it has a fill. We can adjust the thickness of it like an outline. We can make really big dots. Our little cat has a ball. With the eraser tool, you can erase whatever you want. We can have a really big eraser. Well, this is a little too much to erase the ball. Just click undo. Next, we have the text tool. Again, like everything else, it has a fill. Let's go black. You can also change the font. You can see a sample of each font. Let's choose Pixel. Scratch. Ah, you can click out to stop typing. If you want to type on it again, just click on it. You can move it by clicking outside of it and then dragging the little blue lines. There we go. Then we have the line tool. Like everything else, it has an fill, but it's not called a fill, it's called an outline. You can change the thickness, change the color. Not scratch, that has a little cross on it. Then we have the circle tool. It has a fill and outline and outline thickness. You can see right here that we got a big circle. If you want to delete something, just press backspace or delete. Another way to delete something is by going to select and click delete. Next, we have the rectangle tool. The rectangle tool is the exact same as the circle tool, but it draws rectangles. Now we have a huge rectangle. So those are the tools right here. We also have a couple of more tools with the select tool. We have copy and paste. Right here you can see we got another scratch cat head. We can delete it. We can select it and move it forward, which it is the most forward right now, and backward. As you can see right now, it's behind the neck, but if you click forward a couple of times, you can see it's in front of the neck, but not in front of the arm. Click it again, go to forward, again, you can see that. But let's say you want it to go to the extreme back. Just click back. Extreme front, same thing, but front. Then we have flip horizontal. It flips it on the x-axis, and flip vertical, which flips it on the y-axis. So that's it for this video. Also make sure to like, share and subscribe for more videos. Goodbye!